Hughes finally, we got it to him and got to the free throw line. And Josiah made some plays. A stat on that as big as any is what Olivier did with those blocks. I mean, those were some big time blocks. And even the one he got fouled on, I thought it was a great play by him. And against a team that really, they block a lot of shots. I think they had block 7 coming in, but it was a great effort. And again, Santi at times, he settled us down. So Justin Powell coming off the bench, everybody went the game had something to do with it. But to your question, yeah, I think it's something that we needed, and because it was really a hard fought game both ways.
How important do you think it was or like that to get the fans going, to get the momentum in the building?
Well, obviously you love it as a coach, but you also know that when you're playing somebody as well coached as Arizona, that they've got a toughness about them. And again, we knew going in it was going to be difficult for both teams to score. We knew that, and we knew we'd have to adjust along the way to figure out what we needed to do there. But our fans, I mean, what can you say? It's great to be at Tennessee Vol, and it's great. This place gets rocking. It's as good as anywhere. But we knew they would make a push back now. We did, and we felt like it'd be a game of where momentum would go back and forth. But in the end, we were able to make enough plays to get the win.
What does it say about y'all's growth offensively to do what y'all are able to do tonight when Kennedy's kind of struggled shooting it?
Well, Kennedy's going to have to learn to play when the floor is shrunk. He's going to have to learn to do that. And but we tell our guys we believe this. If I didn't think we were very organized offensively coming out at halftime. What we were trying to get done, we weren't doing because there's a fine line. We want to attack. We want to try to get out, and because you don't want to have to play against a set defense the whole game. But we weren't making good decisions when we didn't have it in transition. We threw the ball away a couple of times that were just pretty ridiculous passes at times. But the fact is, and I thought some guys were hesitant to shoot. We kept encouraging them to take their shots. We felt like early in the game, guys were passing up shots, trying to drive it. And they're a hard team to drive on. They're like us. They build a pretty good wall on the defensive end. Plus, they have shot blockers. But we knew it wasn't going to be many easy baskets to have. But we've got to be better with our organization because we were making some adjustments on the fly, trying to open the court up, trying to put pressure by driving the ball and really trying to get to the foul line.
Mike, Grant, and Ben.
Rick, 2 questions, both about Fulke. It seemed like there was definitely more of an effort to get him the ball maybe in the final 10 minutes than throughout the rest of the year. And then what was it like for you just seeing him do this after what he went through last year?
Fulke came out 30 minutes before everybody today and shoot around. And he was out when I left last night after our meeting. He was on the floor shooting. He knows that this is his last year, and there's no doubt he wants to give it to him. And we need him to do what he does. I mean, whether he scores it, but putting fouls, that was a big part of it. I mean, if you take the fact that he put 13 fouls on him, he had a triple double, and in a way that not many people call triple doubles. But they felt good, and again, I think that at that point, when you got a guy that can do that, when you're on the defensive end, you're really leery of going to double because you know that the other team's got. We had 4 guys out there that could shoot 3, and you just know, hey, they're going to nail one right here, and it can really sway the game in a big way. But the one he turned over at the end, that's what we're trying to get him not to do. Hold it, and then think he's going to go to work, because by then the defense is going to come get him. But he was terrific. I mean, he really was. But a lot of guys, I'm telling you, it was a great team effort.
What went into those first 10 minutes? I think you guys had 9 forced turnovers in the first 8 minutes. A lot of those were steals. Did you guys see something on film you could take advantage of, or where'd that come from?
Again, we were trying to, as the game goes on, ball screen defenses, sometimes you have to adjust it, and we do adjust throughout the game. But early, we were really trying to hit hard at the point of contact right there, trying to slow them down and we were working hard with our tags on the back. The ball screen action is one thing where you've got to obviously be good there, but it's what happens behind it. And that's where we were able to turn it over. And we really did a great job early in the game, not getting spread out. We did feel like we well, they hurt us in transition, and they're a really good transition team where they just outran us a couple times. And but early, we really did a great job of closing the belly down and getting some deflections and getting out. Then we, came out pressed a few times and just trying to not let them get comfortable because you saw it the second half, they got comfortable. We felt like we let them get comfortable, but you got to give them the credit because they weathered it, and then they got back into what they were doing, and they made some big shots too.
Rick, with Urosh and Olivier, those minutes from Urosh in the first half to start the game, and then Olivier with some big blocks and rebounds, is that kind of what you envisioned them doing and when they're at their best?
I thought again, Urosh's defense was big. I mean, he was out there doing what we needed him to do on that end. Yeah, we need those guys to do that. There is no doubt we need, and Olivier certainly has the ability to do it. They do it, both of them do it a different way. And I just think as the year goes on, they get minutes. They will they'll continue to get better.
Coach, you looked like you really shortened the bench tonight. Brandon and Victor didn't play very much, and Justin was on the floor at crunch time. That was a big change. Just what went into those decisions?
Well, one, it's a hard game for a young guy, and I mean this was a hard game. It really was, and as you know, it becomes a possession game, and it ended up being a one possession game, which that's what we thought going in, and we felt like the matchups that they had, and they only play about 8 guys. We felt like the best thing for us was to try to keep the guys on certain guys, and they a couple times went 4 guards, we went 4 guards, and so that because of that, cuts down certainly one guy on the front line won't play as much when we go small, but we just felt like Justin needed the opportunity, and I thought he came in and made the most of it. But we believe in VJ. We believe in all our guys. We do. And we think on any given night, any one of them can play the role that they need to play to help us win a game.
You mentioned earlier Fulke's ability to draw fouls. Have you had many guys that can draw 13 fouls in a game like that?
I've had a couple. KD was pretty good at it. Eric Williams was pretty good at it. But he does it differently. He got that little jumper that he's got, but little hook he's got. But he's a hard guy because he's slippery. He'll shot fake, step around, do some things, and I'm just I still think there's just a lot more left in the tank where he'll continue to get back to where we know he can be. He was terrific tonight, but we need it from him every night.
What'd you like from Josiah tonight, and how big is that for him in this atmosphere?
Think about the three. That was a huge three he made in the second. And you go back, if you really look at the game, I thought our older guys, when we needed something, kind of going back to what we were talking about, where they made a push. The older guys were the guys that did it. That was a big basket. He does so much on the defensive end, and he gets his hands on balls. I think he got tired tonight. I think it's the most minutes he's played all year. I think it's probably the most minutes most guys played. But again, he's been around a long time. Joe played 32 minutes. We haven't. I don't know if he's played that many all year, but again, he's been around. He knows how to play. He's got a feel for it. Offensive rebounding was a key at the start of the game, and he and Olivier, those guys were going in there, going at it. But again, I talk about the glue. It's always really Joe and Santi. They're the two guys. They've been around. There's a little calmness that they bring with these young guys, and we still have some young guys that are playing big minutes in a game like this. I mean, think about it. Urosh and Olivier, they haven't been in a lot of high-level games like this, but I think they draw on those two guys' confidence, and Fulke to an extent too, obviously.
Great win tonight, Coach. Sorry, back here. Yeah. Thank you for the kind words, first of all. But second
I would have been kinder if I didn't see those 16 turnovers. I mean, how many was it?
3 in the first half.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
You told me at halftime.
Yeah.
Great win. I loved your energy from start to finish. What are your plans this year for December 25th?
You know what? I'm really excited. I'm going to get up early in the morning, go see my grandkids. I'm going to get to spend 2 days with them in Texas. And you going with me? Oh, you're always invited. Hey, it's part of the NIL, You're paying. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. What are you doing? Are you? What do you think your mom's got you for Christmas? No, he's gonna be fine. He works too hard. How's your finger, by the way? When do you get to get that off? Good. That's all we're waiting on. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys. Merry Christmas. Sunshine. Hey, Joe. Yeah. You get him a NIL sunshine.
Every time.
Justin, so often when a team jumps up big like you guys did, and then the other team kind of is able to work back into it, it's tough to kind of take the momentum back. Were you guys talking to each other about, staying locked in and making sure that Arizona didn't get on top?
Yeah, for sure. Guys like Josiah, Santi, Folky, the guys who have been around, they're the vets on this team. So they kind of calmed us all down and made sure that, we stayed focused. And, at the end of the day, we were just trying to focus on getting that win. And that was their mindset too. And as soon as they kind of got that to the younger guys like me and Ken, it just worked out.
Hey, Justin, Fulkerson hit some big shots down at the stretch, including the one that really ended up being the dagger as his teammate. How fun was that to just watch?
It was great to see Folky do that. Like Coach said, he was out there 30 minutes before today. He was there last night doing stuff. He just wants it. A guy like that, he's relentless. Tonight he knew where he wanted to go with his spots, and he knew he was playing well. So at that point, you just keep going. You keep going at his defender and stuff like that. And Folky played a great game, and it was well deserved.
It seemed like you guys obviously had that hot start, but Arizona came back. You guys responded. Seemed like that was kind of the pattern. How were you guys able to do that over and over again?
Like I said earlier, just the vets keeping us focused and stuff like that. Basketball is a game of runs. So, team's going to get up and team's going to get down. It's just how it goes. At the end of the day, though, you just got to figure out what works for your team. And for us, it's letting those older guys lead. And, they did that tonight and it paid off at the end.
Would you guys do so well defensively the first 10 minutes? And what was it like in that atmosphere after gyms have been empty for a while?
Yeah, we just, we turned up our pressure a little bit. The whole week in practice, we were trying to figure out just kind of what was not working and what was, and going at stuff that obviously was working. Big stuff like white line, always staying in the gaps and stuff like that. And just, having your brothers back. That was a big thing. Because a lot of times you get to the point where you're like, hey, I'm just going to go over there and I'm gonna make sure my man doesn't score. Okay, well, then you're the person who's driving scoring. And yeah, you might not have got scored on, but your teammate did. So a lot of that tonight was just figuring out like what was working well and going to be in the gaps and helping each other out.
I'm sure you guys were pretty juiced up to play Saturday. They didn't get to. How do you take that energy, frustration, and carry it and then bring it tonight without kind of having a drop off?
Yeah, it's just a weird time. Everybody knows that right now. Obviously that was bad news and that was not fun to hear. But we're on to the next one. And that was just, we carried that momentum over and we're all hyped to play tonight. All week we were just ready. We were antsy and we wanted to just go out there and get it done. And we did tonight.
Justin, with Josiah sort of making those shots now and kind of getting in a rhythm offensively, how much does that sort of change y'all as a team a little bit when he's doing that? Because the defense, the rebounding, that's always there, but when the offense is there, it's a different thing.
Yeah, it's big time. And, I'm happy for Joe, and nobody knows. I'm sure a lot of people know how hard Joe works, but, day in and day out, seeing him in the gym every single day, obviously everybody knows, his shot hasn't been falling recently, but he's a great shooter. He's a terrific guy off the court. To see him get it going right now and have that confidence is great. I couldn't be happier for him.
Yeah, who has the best sweater out here?
Oh, he's got the lights. He's got a pouch. Okay. Okay. He's got the small one. I have to go with the lights. He's going all out right now. Does it light up though? I might have to go with him then. I might have to. I might have to. I might have to. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, they definitely aren't. I would like it if they were though.
Josiah, just a start to the game and TBA going crazy. Just, I mean, what led to that start? Can you put your thumb on it?
I mean, I just felt like we were prepared from top to bottom. Coach Gainey, him being a coach over there before he got here a couple of years, he knew what they like to do. He gave us a great scout, and we knew they were going to come out with a lot of energy. We knew TBA was going to be rocking. I feel like we just fed off of our fans' energy. We were locked in defensively and offensively, and we were trying to just play hard. And I think that's what led to the big start for us. And then I give all the credit to the fans for that, actually.
Ryan and Mike.
Yeah, where did the environment tonight rank in the best games you've played in?
Number one, I would say this in my freshman year when we played Florida and Fulky hit that big three. But I think tonight was the loudest it's ever been, and they sustained it from start to finish. And we definitely don't win that game without every last one of those fans in that building. So I appreciate everybody.
I mean, you remember John Fulkerson your first year here and the way that he played, and obviously saw what he went through last year. So what was it like tonight seeing him have a game like this again?
I just can't help but smile because Fulky's the type of guy to always push the media and all the praise to somebody else, to the university, to the whole state of Tennessee. And it's just, I get happy when I get to cheer him on and see him happy and see him. That's what Fulky does. And when Fulky's at his best, that's how he is. And I just can't help but smile. He's an outstanding human being, and honestly, somebody I aspire to be like in my everyday life.
Josiah, just how much confidence can a team take from getting it done in a game like this against that kind of opponent, and especially, how beneficial do you think it is headed into SEC play?
Yeah, I think that's really beneficial. Arizona's a really great team. They'll have a really big run in March, I feel like. We knew that we were going to have to be locked in for 40 minutes. After that run, we felt like we felt good, but we knew that they weren't just going to fall back and let us win. We knew it was going to be a 40-minute game. And to be able to pull it out in the end, like I said, I give a lot of thanks and appreciation to Vol Nation and the fans for the energy that they brought us. Like I said, I don't think we won that game without them, but I think it's really big for us and a big confidence booster for us, and just knowing how good we can be.
How big were moments in that second half for you, hitting shots when Arizona was going on those runs?
Yeah, it was really big. My teammates just trusted me. Wasn't anything out of the ordinary, but like you said, yeah, there were times where they were storming back. We just had to get up a good look, and thankfully they were able to go in more times than not. And so, yeah, I just give all the credit to my teammates. They kept me locked in. I didn't shoot the ball too well in the first half, but like I said, I think every shot that I shoot, when I get my feet set, and I'm in rhythm, I think it's going in.
Just, I was sort of going to ask you something similar. I know that you've been injured. I think everyone knows how hard you work, but for whatever reason, the percentages haven't been great this year. In terms of the confidence to take those shots, does it just come from the preparation? Does it just come from knowing that eventually those numbers are going to get where they should?
Yeah, for sure. Storms don't last forever. You see the sun come out, you wake up, and you live to fight another day. And I feel like if you keep working hard at something, then eventually you'll get what you want. And so that's just my motto. Like I said, my teammates, they keep me uplifted when my shot's not falling. And I don't really, like I said, I'm not the type of person to put all my eggs in one basket as far as scoring. I know I can impact the game in other ways. And so, but it was definitely big tonight to see the ball go in a couple of times. But yeah, I think that my preparation, it doesn't change whether I'm making shot or missing shots. I do the same thing day in and day out.
Hey man, I saw you come into the arena around, well, when I came into the arena, you were shooting at like 4 p.m. I don't know what your typical pregame routine is or how early you start getting up shots, but what was your mentality just coming into this game?
Yeah, I knew that I would have a big matchup with Matherin. So I knew defensively we'd have to be locked in. And really all of their guys. We knew that they don't really play a lot of guys, but the guys that they put in, they're all threats to score. But we knew defensively we were going to have to be locked in because we knew that they were so good at offense and running their sets. So I was really focused on the defensive end. And then offensively, like, I don't really think too much about it before games. I just try to do what I practice and take the shots that I take in practice and that I shoot when I'm working out, and so that I'm in rhythm and used to it. So I was just really thinking defense this game.
Coach Barnes said after the Villanova game, I believe, that the seniors need to step up and be leaders for this team. Well, tonight, I have the stats here. You, Vescovy, and Fulke combined for 51 of the 77 points scored tonight. What does that say about you guys that you stepped up tonight for your team?
I think we just held each other accountable. We knew that this game wasn't going to be easy. It was going to come down to the wire. Like I said, it was going to be a 40-minute fight. And I think that we rely on each other a lot. We knew that when the going gets tough, we have to be the guys that our teammates count on. They can never see us waver. And I think that from start to finish that we showed a lot of poise and a lot of pride for the university and for ourselves. I think that the Villanova game, like I said, you can always learn something from your opponent. That game taught us a lot, and it taught us how to respond. I think we responded well today.
Josiah, I know you've got a couple of days off here and it'll be nice to get away from basketball, but just how big of a confidence booster is this going into conference play?
Huge. It shows that we can play when we play our way, the Tennessee brand, that we can play with anybody in the country. I know conference play this year will probably be our toughest year because the SEC is loaded from top to bottom, but these are the type of games you live for. Like the games here today, like all the summer workouts, all the hard days, all the coach yelling at you, it all makes it worth it when you step out there and you see 20,000 people on their feet. So I'm excited to go into conference play, but yeah, this was definitely a big win for us heading into break. And hopefully we definitely get to enjoy Christmas now.
Yeah. Nursing home bus already left. Dang, I didn't get the memo at the Christmas sweaters. I swear, no offense. Mine, definitely. You will see it. I will post it. Yes. Yeah, mine's best. You'll see it. You'll see it.
You know, y'all have like showers in a locker room, right? Are you not gonna, is that what you're gonna wear home this evening?
I would love to wear this home. I'm like shivering. They shower me with waters in the locker room. That can be good enough, but I might like get in the hot tub after this, or a really hot shower. I need that. I'm literally like shivering. It's cold. Grant, you wearing a Santa hat? Wow.
Look at the sweater, you don't even judge it.
I'm having a camp tomorrow. I'm wearing an orange Santa hat.
Was that vintage, Fulke, during the game? Not right now.
I mean, I would love, to see that Fulke every day. That's just how the game goes. And, you try to bring it every day, every practice, every game. And I think, that's a standard that my coaches and my teammates have for me. And, you just got to play up to those standards every day and just keep being aggressive. But I think a lot of credit to my teammates and my coaches for putting me in that position to be successful.
Do you have a different appreciation for having a game like this? And I mean, the stat line that you had after the way that everything went for you last season?
Absolutely. I think you're just so thankful and really puts things into perspective that, you know, the game of basketball isn't easy. And, you know, we put so much time and effort and energy into this game. And to have nights like this, it just makes you want to work that much harder and, you know, go that much harder and, you know, workouts, everything, just keep grinding and doing what you're doing. Yeah, you got the new 11s on. I like those.
John, kind of piggybacking off those last two questions, did it feel a little bit like Rupp Arena 2 years ago, the way it just kind of kept feeding you the ball, and how do you compare this one to that game 2 years ago?
You know, I haven't really thought about that. But, you know, playing in front of these fans, I think both atmospheres were, you know, almost sold out arenas. And so I think, you know, just playing in front of these fans really got me and my teammates going. You know, we wanted to really perform, you know, get a good, you know, start going into Christmas break and, you know, going into SEC play. So I think, you know, this was a great win for us.
There towards the end of the game, you were demanding the basketball. Was there a conversation that you had with somebody? Did you just get lost in a moment? Just kind of what happened there?
I think I was just feeling it at that moment, and that I thought that I couldn't be stopped, and that, you know, if my teammates gave me the ball, then I would make the right play. But like I said, I wouldn't be in that position without my teammates and then my coaches as well. So a lot of credit to them for putting me in a position to be successful.
John, your team's defense tonight, they came in here as the highest scoring team in the country, and you guys really put the clamps on them, especially in the first half. What was key to that execution, and you know, how good do you feel about what you guys got done on that end?
I think that defense is something that we really try to do night in and night out, whether shots are falling or not, that we really try to be the best defensive team in the country. And, you know, we're going to continue to try to get better every single day. And so just continue to try and hold teams to, you know, one shot per possession and, you know, low scoring, and just trying to get better every day is something that we're trying to do on defense and offense.
Fulky, how quickly, when y'all were watching film for this game, did it sort of jump out that what kind of opponent this was going to be? I mean, those guys, the rotation's not big, but there's a whole lot of guys that are going to make a lot of money playing this game on that team.
Right. As soon as the last game was canceled, we kind of immediately turned our attention to this game, and we knew how big of a game it was. We knew what a great program they have. They're very well coached. They have great players, and that was our focus from this whole week, is just trying to do what we can do to come out with a win. And I think that our coaches did a great job of scouting them and, you know, telling us what to do that will work best against them. And so a lot of credit to our coaches on really scouting them and us doing the best we can to adjust to their style of play, adjust to their players. And I think that they did some great things, but we were able to find a way to win.
Both Rick and Josiah mentioned you were here late last night. You were here a little bit earlier today. What was different about these last couple of days leading into this game, and why were you putting in extra work, I guess?
I think lately a big thing for me, other than shooting a lot of threes in the game, is a lot of touch. And because I'm usually around the rim with all my shots other than my threes, I've taken 0 this year. And so I just try to stay, and it's not necessarily really taxing on my body, just that I have to keep my touch where, you know, I feel like when it leaves my hands, every shot is going in. So I really try to spend a lot of extra time, you know, working on my touch, working on my free throws I still need to work on. So just trying to be the best version of myself so I can help my teammates.
I have 2 for you. You said that you felt like you couldn't be stopped tonight. When's the last time you felt that way?
When I played Fortnite last night. No.
How about on a basketball court?
That was I'm laughing at that one. Shoot, that's a good question. You know, I would like to feel that every game because of, like you said, the amount of work that we put in, that I put in, that our whole program puts in, that we're so confident in our craft and our skills that we know whatever the defense, whatever they play, that we can get to our shots and make our shots. But it's been a while since I felt this way, and hopefully this can carry some momentum. This win can carry some momentum for our players and our program into SEC play.
And secondly, there was a moment, maybe with 10 seconds left, where Santi was shooting free throws and you just crouched down at center court. What was going through your mind at that point?
You just gotta, kind of pinch yourself in those situations. That I'm just, a kid from Kingsport that is living out their dream, playing for the University of Tennessee and winning big games like this, and your team's playing well. And so just taking it all in, seeing all of All Nation there, it's just amazing. So blessed to be here. It's so fun. I love it here. And so just really thankful for everything. And so I guess I was just kind of taking a second to be appreciative of everything that I've got here, and all the people that are supporting me and my teammates.
John, 13 fouls drawn today. What do you think it is about your game that allows you to do that? And how important was it to get Coloco and Tabellis in foul trouble tonight?
I didn't really realize I drew 13 fouls. That might be that's like a program high, maybe. It really wasn't my game plan going in to, draw fouls. Going in, I know they had some great players, and one thing that we talked about with them was they were like top in the nation in shot blocks, and like they had a guy on their team, averaging 4 blocks, and so we knew that shot fakes and pump fakes were going to be really crucial in this game, and so that's just what I try to do, and just try and play aggressive. Have a holly. My singing was awful on there. Both. Cold. I'm like, I wish I do. Thanks, guys. Have a Merry Christmas.